Yeah, baby. It is enlightenment for the soul, the mind, the ear. WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio, as we call it, feel good radio at its finest. What's going on, folks? It is the great Doc P, and it's yet another episode of the Spotlight, baby. It comes at you on Sundays right here on WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio. Feel good radio at its finest. And, on the Spotlight, as you always know, I'm always bringing you something or someone, some information that you definitely need to know about. And hey, this week's show, I am so excited to bring on this guest. Okay, this is going to be someone that's coming to the platform, but hey, I mean, she has one very impressive history. Okay, I'm talking about the one, the only Doc Honeycutt. Okay, and hey, she's a doctor. All right, as in the name, Doc Honeycutt. She is a doctor. She's also a just a reality television star. Okay, this woman is a media professional for a lot of years, and hey, I'm just so happy that she's coming to the platform to bring her unique style, all right, and also form of just entertainment and journalism. Okay, so hey, without any further ado, I'm just going to bring our guests in. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Doc Honeycutt is in the house.
What's up, Doc P? Hey.
How are you? How are you, Doc Honeycutt?
I am good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm blessed. You know what I mean? And we've been doing this SM Enlightenment Radio, for quite a few years. Since before the pandemic. And since we've been doing this, we've been like having a lot of fun just playing the feel good music and just doing feel good programming that everybody likes, and when I look at a lot of the stuff that you have been doing, not only professionally but entertainment wise, you know what I mean? Hey, we're in pretty perfect alignment here, you know what I mean? Because we're all about feel good music, and then
yes,
you
absolutely.
are actually a doctor of alternative medicine.
Absolutely. Yep, I am.
And wow. And so you do that personally, also you do that professionally, like and hey, it's a great thing because over here positivity is everything. So we making the people feel good in all kinds of ways.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about the show that we're going to be bringing to the platform. All right, Cutting Up with Doc Honeycutt. All right, but I'd like to get into some of the things that you've already been doing. Okay, now a lot of folks most definitely should recognize you from the television show Beauties and Bikers. Okay, all right, and that's everywhere. But tell me about you have the TV show. How long have you been doing that? How many years?
So this TV show I've been doing, I started like late 2017 with this TV show.
Wow.
Before this TV show, I had another TV show, and it was more laid back. I was in the studio just interviewing, people like experts and, getting their opinions on what they do and sharing it with the community. And then I was like, I want a reality show.
So how did you make that happen? I mean, is that how it started? Like you just said, this is something I want to do, and then just made it happen?
Well, I'm a motorcycle rider. So yes, I'm a motorcycle rider.
Talk about it.
I am, but to let you know how I kind of got into the show part of it, I started out with a documentary called Rude Gal Rider, and it was about why ladies decided that they wanted to ride motorcycles on their own and not on the back. And every lady had like a different story, whether it was health reasons, just empowerment, They just wanted to be independent, whatever it was. They had their own stories. But it was like people weren't excited about, something like a learning show. So I was like, okay, I want
Mm.
a TV show. So, I kind of pondered on it for a day or two. And before I know it, I was writing my treatment and I started shooting my show. I shot a trailer, a 2-minute trailer. I shot it the whole weekend.
So how did you do that? Like, what did you have like call some people to shoot it for you, or did you do that on your own with your own
Oh,
resources?
no, I got, first I had to get me a cast. So that wasn't hard. I started
Right.
out with like 10 women then, but so I got my cast first. And like I said, I wrote out a treatment of how I wanted my show to go. Got, with the help of Anthony Little, I got,
Mm-hmm.
we got some people to shoot it that weekend. Like it was so busy that weekend. We were wore out because we were shooting that Saturday and that Sunday. And you know how things pop up, people act like they get amnesia about what they're supposed to be doing. So we had to find another person to shoot at the last minute, but we made it happen. And so we got it edited and it edited down to a 2-minute trailer. I posted that trailer. I had networks to offer me spots on their TV shows, and I didn't even have a single episode yet.
Wow.
Like it went bananas. It went crazy.
And I could see, because also, I mean, it's such well, at the time it was like definitely like a fresh new concept, you know what I mean? Women riders, and your own personal experience. I mean, what age did you start riding? Like how young?
So let me see. I started writing. I can't even remember. Maybe 30.
Wow. Okay.
Started writing maybe about 30. But when I did start writing, it wasn't a lot of women writing at that time. Still, not here in North Carolina.
What
So
motivated you? What have been motivated you personally?
I went to Bike Week. Well, first of all, I went to Bike Week every year. My
Okay.
mom, she got us started going to Bike Week. And so we started going on our own, after we got old enough.
Yeah.
And so the guys want to ride beautiful women on their motorcycles.
Of
So,
course.
one guy, he was like, will you ride on my bike? And I'm like, what's your name? He was like, Suicide. I'm like, I'm good. No, So, coming home, we were talking about, like I saw accidents, like I saw women on the back and guys popping wheelies. Like it was just crazy. And we was
Mm.
like, when we go back next year, we're going to have our own bikes. Like we're going to get our own bikes. So that's all we talked about all the way home. So that
Wow.
morning, that was a Sunday. That Monday morning, we got up early. Well, we gave the bike shops time to open. And so we went to the bike shop. We was just wanting to buy bikes, Doc P. So
Uh,
the guy, he wouldn't just sell us bikes because we didn't know how to ride then.
yeah, yeah.
And he was like, well, I tell you what, you go take the safety class. And when you come back, I'll sell you some bikes. So we listened. We went and took the safety class. But like I said, we had grew up on the bikes because of my mom. She was around the bike clip, like hard.
Oh,
So
nice. Okay.
we went and took it anyway. And we got our bikes, but we didn't get them from him. We went and got us some bikes from somewhere else. He should have sold us them bikes that day.
You see that? You see that? So how many of you was it that when you started out altogether?
It was like 10 ladies when I first started out.
Whoa, 10 altogether.
10 ladies all together. And then for whatever reason, everybody just started fickling out, and which, that happens. So
Right.
now, years later, I'm down to 4 ladies on one show because I have 2 shows running. I have the Beauties and Bikers that ride, but then I have the Beauties and Bikers BBWs. They don't ride. They're big, beautiful women. And that
Right.
show has it's taken off too. So I got 2 shows worldwide, and we're killing the game. Like we on every platform there is, including PlayStations and Xboxes. Like we on everything.
like you said, worldwide.
We
Worldwide.
worldwide, baby.
Oh man. Hey, see, now that's another example. That's some feel good stuff. And you got two television shows going. So now with the BBWs, all right, so they don't ride, but it's still bikers and beauties. I
It's
mean, it's
beauties and
still
bikers.
beauties and bikers
Yeah,
still.
because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
building the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the biker, really. I'm still the biker on the beauties and bikers because, like, on the beauties and bikers, everybody don't ride. We got the beauties that don't ride. Then we got the bikers. Well, I just got a show with all beauties, but like I said, I'm still on their
Nice.
show as well. So I'm a biker, so I'm still holding it down. But just building the brand. Like I'm doing beauties and bikers, Southern Soul, beauties and bikers, boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like building my brand because it's not broke, so I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna keep, growing and growing and growing the brand.
I love it. I love it. Wow. And and besides from doing this type of stuff, you're like becoming the queen of all media here. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you got that going on. You mastering the whole reality television realm. All right, and that can catapult you anywhere. I mean, we can see that. That just
Yeah.
having a great reality show, and then on top of that, the other medium that you're tackling is also the radio. Okay, and
Yes.
so tell me a little bit about that because you've been doing that for some time too.
So yeah, I have been doing radio for a long time on syndicated radio here, 105.3. But I've been on a few others: Hilltop Radio, Connected Radio, 104.4 here in Charlotte as well. So I've
Yeah.
dabbled and dabbled, but now I'm on 97.5 WRF in the Poconos. So and Enlightenment Radio as well. So just
SM Enlightenment Radio. That's right. Yeah. And the show is cutting up with Doc Honeycutt. You
cutting
know.
up with me. Y'all gotta cut
Yeah.
up. If you come on my show, you got to cut up. Like we gotta have some fun. That's the rule. You gotta have some fun.
Yeah. Hey, that's absolutely what it's all about, is having some fun, and you're gonna be having guests on
Yes.
and entertainers and also, the other thing that the thing that I love about this the most is because you also have that that medical dimension to it, like
Mm-hmm.
whereas, your actual doctor, and tell me a little bit about the practice also that you do.
Okay, so yes, I am. I'm a doctor here in my city. I've done the clinics. I've done the offices. Now I have a really cool job, like with NASCAR. I work a lot
Wow.
with NASCAR owners. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really really cool. So, but my specialty is neuromuscular health. But I can do anything from delivering a baby to treating a common cold. Like I do so much. But like I said, now that I've done all that stuff, I'm just kind of like riding it out. My job is like a fun job now. So, like I was at the races last Sunday. I was at the races, just having a good time. But
Yeah.
it's it has really really been an experience, just like being in the media. Like I've met some really cool people, only people dream about meeting. Like when the DNC convention was here,
Mm-hmm.
they they found your girl to be their doctor. Yeah, they found
Wow.
me to be their doctor for the week, and they could have chose any doctor in this city, but I
That
was the
is
one.
that is so awesome. Yeah, and I've seen you. I mean, you could sit here and name drop all night of like a lot of the people that I've seen you interview and be around. I mean, everyone from KRS to I know we're going to be having a real special guest on your first show. All right,
Yes.
the queen of Southern Soul. All
Oh,
right, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. You know what I mean? That's going to be some good stuff. So, so we're going to be talking about some entertainment stuff and medical stuff. I mean, getting people out here to really feel good. What's your overall mission? Is there something that you, I mean, because you've already seemed like you've accomplished so much, in a short period of time. I mean, what's next for Doc Honeycutt? I mean, you got this show, but like, is there maybe more TV shows? I don't know. You've conquered entertainment, you've conquered media, medicine. I mean, politics. I mean, what's next for you?
Ooh, I thought about running for something. I really have thought about running for.
Wow,
Thought
wow.
about it. My thing is though.
I mean, well, you're a leader. You are a leader, and you're a good example of. I mean, you're able to run that TV show. You're able to run your practice. You got a lot of things, a lot of management skills there, Doc.
Right. So, I do have a lot of opportunity, but my thing is I'm going, I don't went through doors. Like I'm going through windows now. You know what I'm saying? Like every opportunity that comes before me that makes sense, like I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do more movies. I've been in a couple movies now, but I would like to do more. They're more challenging though, because like you have to learn lines. Like on my show, you don't have to learn the lines. Like it's reality TV. It is your reality. You know what I'm saying? What comes out, that comes out. But I would like to tap.
I forgot to add movie actor to the resume from the beginning. I should have.
Yeah, I would love to tap into some more movies or do my own. I'm the kind of person where I kind of create my own lane. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that I want to do, I create it. Yeah, I wanted the calendar shoot. I got a calendar shoot. Me and the girls, Beauties and Bikers, we got a calendar. You know what I'm saying? We need to update it now, but it was really, really fun when we shot that calendar. It was nice. I had one with swimwear and one was like biker wear. But yeah, just
Awesome.
creating my own lane, staying true to who I am, and just doing what makes me happy and what makes sense, and make dollars.
Yay, you know what I'm saying? And that has to come. It has to be there. So I mean, you got everything else together there. Doc Honeycutt. It's truly an honor to have you as a part of the platform. You know what I mean? And once again, the show is Cutting Up with Doc Honeycutt. All right, it's going to be here on WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio, and also on all platforms where you get your podcasts, and also YouTube. There'll be videos of it as well. So, I mean, this is definitely a great thing. Any last thing that you want to let the people know? Anybody you want to shout out?
I need to definitely shout out the Rewind Network 97.5, my Beauties and Bikers, both teams. Those girls, when I say they got my back, they got my back. Y'all go watch our shows. Like we don't put them on YouTube because we want you to go to the networks and watch them. So you can find us on the Roku, the Fire Stick, Google Play, Chromecast, Apple TV, Android TV, what else? Oh my God. We're on Tubi as well, Spectrum. Like I say, you can find Beauties and Bikers everywhere. If you Google me or Beauties and Bikers, we'll pop up, okay? So go watch those shows. We got good content. And Doc P, I've won 9 awards for my show.
What?
You don't win 9 awards for a show that doesn't have great content. Yes, I've won 9 awards for my show.
Well, hey, and now with this radio show / podcast, hey, I'm sure you're headed for more awards as well. We and I'm excited to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna go out here and make some magic.
Let's make some magic.
The one, the only Doc Honeycutt. Thank you so much for checking in with us on the Sunday Night Spotlight. All right, and hey, we're going to be seeing a lot more of you. All right, and hey, thanks so much for coming out. Peace and blessings. All right, this has been the spotlight right here on WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio. We call it Feel Good Radio at its finest. Stay tuned, baby.